Hello and welcome to a Monday Doodle. In this Monday Doodle here today I will be doing a bit of doodling. I'll be drawing some creatures of the forest, little beings. I have been invited to do a little workshop, animation workshop for kids in the age of, how old were they now? 5 to 9 I think. So it has to be really simple animation techniques, but at the same time I think it will be really fun to see if I can make a workshop where they work together 2 in 2 and all their little movements will make like a collective little film. I will kind of edit their animations together so that we have this feeling of a togetherness feeling, collaborative feeling. And my idea was to have the forest as a theme because there's this Danish song titled "In the Silence of the Forest." So I figured it would be fun to have all these little beings and zoom in on them and then witness how much noise or like how much once you zoom in you really start to hear all the noises of the creatures in the forest. So I'll be drawing some little beings, and then I'll try to map out what kind of movement the beings could do, like how could the kids play around with their movements. I have already been doing a little thinking, so these are kind of my ideas, which I'll sketch out now. As always, I have brought the brown magic soup here, coffee. Cheers. Okay. Now the first one I had in mind is very simple. It is the worm, and not much to it. Maybe it should not be so tiny here at the end, but never mind. So there's a worm, and the movement of the worm would be very simple. That would be like so. That would be kind of the two extremes of the worm, and then the kids kind of have to do in-betweening, so-called in-betweens. And that's something that I will have to go through with them and have to think about how to communicate how they do it. And also have to get some paper actually, which now that I think of it, I have to get some paper that's really thin so they can do the frames on top of each other. Anyway, that was kind of the worm. So that's basically to map that out. That's just kind of like that movement and then that movement and then all the stuff in between, which will make it move. Then there was I had this idea of an owl. Let's just have that also. So maybe this will be a bit more complicated. I don't know yet. It's a branch. And no, wait a second, my idea was to have it like so, because then my idea was to have the extreme of the owl to be to make it turn so that we have somewhere here or here. How does the pupil of an owl look? I can't really remember. Is it just round? So that was the idea, that it kind of just turns, and then the in between should be like, that's the beak here, essentially a head turn, and then it has to have closed eyes here. Oh yeah, so that's an idea actually. It could be a head turn. It's a bit more complex maybe for kids, but I don't know, it could be fun if someone took up the challenge. Then I have a more simple one, which is a mosquito. This is just a very quirky mosquito. And I don't really know about the movement of this. I was thinking that it was just flying around. Maybe it does a loop. Yeah. Okay. And speaking of simple things, I also had the idea of just a drop. So say we had a branch here. And then that kind of grew larger and larger. And then all of a sudden, whoop, drop goes down. And branch goes up like a whip. So this would be that kind of movement. Branch goes down and up. What else did I had? Yeah, a mushroom. That kind of maybe it did these movements here. And then all of a sudden it just pops up. Oh, let me just add some numbers to them so I know. So we have the worm, that was 1. We have the head turn, that was 2. I have the mosquito, that was 3. Branch, 4. Mushroom, 5. I also have this idea of a cuckoo. So let's see if I can draw And that cuckoo would essentially just go like sit still for a while and then go beak open. So it would go something like and it would be really fun if the eye kind of just went really big. And that's something different because that's a kind of fast transition. So that should be hold for a couple of frames and then go down again. So I had to talk to the students about, or the kids about, they're gonna make first they're gonna choose a scene to work with, then they're gonna storyboard, and then they're animate, potentially color in. And I also think that's about that what you can do within 2 hours. And if they can't get around coloring, I'll color in for them. I would find that fun. So that was the cuckoo. What else did I have in mind? Oh yes, there's a frog, where the same concept is. There's kind of like this transition. And then it goes to, maybe it closes its eyes. No. Makes me wanna start to notice more what happens in the woods when it's just all quiet. And then it will, this belly here, whatever it's called, is just gonna be huge. Could be that there's some spots on it. Quack. So that's just the expansion of that thing here, really. It has to be also very fast. Quack. Then there was, again, back to something simple, so maybe just same as the worm, we would have a snail. Couldn't we maybe just some grass here? And then just a snail house. Moving kind of that way. I mean, that's a really boring scene actually. Maybe just kind of drawing this, moving a bit forward. But nevertheless, could be, maybe just a few eyes would make it more fun to animate. Grass hiding. So up here, choosing a scene, I also have to write brainstorm. So together with the kids, we will brainstorm on some creatures that they could maybe draw, animate. How about a spider? What if they choose a spider? spider do? Could move down. Sit still for a while and then move out of the frame. Yeah. What else is in the melting pot? What else is in a forest that could be fun to animate? An ant, a ladybug flying. Maybe a butterfly. It would then obviously enter into something like this when it flicks its wings. Yeah. Okay, so that was 5 with the mushroom, 6 with the cuckoo, 7 with the frog, 8 with the spider, and 9 with the butterfly. So that's just to get some ideas down in case the kids also have some of their own ideas, so that I know how I could possibly aid them in their animation. It will be loads of fun. I look forward to do it. Unfortunately, it's not until much later this year, so I just felt like get cracking with it, because I don't have that many juicy projects going on right now at the moment. So thank you for tuning in, and till next time, have fun drawing, peeps, and have a wonderful Monday.